Congratulations once again, Mikey, on your victory tonight. What can you tell me from last week's performance that almost felt in a similar way in the way that the team dominated? How did it vary from that? And then can you also talk to me about that Danish connection with Marcus and Honors as well?
Yeah, I would say that it's a good start to the season. That's a good St. Louis team and really well coached, and you can see how different they are from last year. And my prediction is that will be a very good team in the league. And so you go against a team that you knew was going to challenge you, and what kind of mentality you have in the preparation. And what we said is we show up every day in terms of making sure we have a no regret mentality. From the moment we get out of the car to the moment we get back in our car, we make sure we do everything possible so that we're as prepared as possible to give ourselves a chance to win the game. And we've asked ourselves, why do we do that? Of course, we do that because we like to win. And individual players do that because they want to have a career. But for us, it's deeper than that. We do it because we love it. We love each other. We love our football. We love our city. We love our club. And so we feel that extra responsibility. And when you do that over and over again, you have chances to do this. Now the challenge is, how do you maintain that and progress it, right? This should only be the beginning for us if we maintain that mentality. And then, of course, so happy for Marcus to get another goal, and for Anders, who's been so good for us. So I think he's the 10th goal scorer for the team so far, and then Marcus getting this double digit. And then we do that at the facility, players and staff, but it goes further because you can see the environment with the fans and how it continues to grow and evolve, and how they bring that energy to help us in these moments, and really making this a very difficult place, I think, for teams to come. And then huge credit to our grounds crew because the pitch is flying right now, and when you have a pitch like that with guys like this as committed as they are in an environment with fans like that, I think you have the possibility for special nights.
We'll go with Dimitri.
Congratulations on your win, Mikey. Back-to-back games now, your team has scored in the first 15 minutes of each half. What do you attribute the fast starts to?
Wanting to play with initiative and always going after the game to score goals, and having that mentality that we want to impact the flow of the game right away. And we want to get after it early and often.
We'll go back there with Chase.
Hi, Mikey. Pablo, obviously off the suspension after the first game, but you guys decided to go with Duran. What led you to make the decision to start him in goal again?
Yeah, I think it's kind of the culture that we've set here. If you play well, you have opportunity to keep playing. So circumstances opened the door for Duran. He had a fantastic game. I think he had another fantastic game now. I think teams that want to come and press us man-to-man, he's got a special quality with his composure, his range of passing, and his ability to help us solve that puzzle pretty calmly. At the end of the day, though, Pablo is still a top goalkeeper, and he's going to be fighting. And for us, one of our values is to embrace competition. So we want to be in the high-pressure moments competing against the best, but also within our environment, we love it when other guys are stepping up because it means that now you got to outdo somebody who's doing really good. And that healthy embracing of competition is only going to lead to the team being stronger and the squad being bigger.
And then also Dreyer becomes the second fastest in MLS history to get 20 goals, 20 assists. Why has he been the perfect piece for this team?
I've said it before. First and foremost, it's his character. It's who he is, who he wants to be in the locker room, what type of teammate he wants to be for his team, how he trains. His trainings in these recent weeks have been just absolutely phenomenal. Like a guy who's playing a final during the training sessions, and then of course he has talent. He has tremendous talent to find spaces, to do things with the ball, to deliver final passes, to find the goal. He's just an incredibly talented player who gives everything for his teammates.
Oh,
Hi.
right here in the
Hi,
front.
good afternoon. How important it is to get these back-to-back wins, considering how tight the schedule started and how demanding the games are being against the Mexican teams with the upcoming game against Toluca?
Yeah, the most important thing is to have these type of performances, because if we would have had the same performance tonight, but the goals didn't go in, or we got unlucky and we conceded, I would still be sitting here saying we're building the right foundation. And then, of course, on top of that, then when you get the results also and you get a strong start, it's the possibility for momentum to develop. And now it's our job to ride this momentum and push it as far as we can.
We'll go back here.
Congrats, Mike. I know you anticipated the league would be adjusting in year two. Has there been anything you've noticed in the first two matches that specifically stands out?
So far, both opponents played us the way that I think both opponents are going to play the whole year, with Montreal being a man-marking team, and then St. Louis being a team that will man-mark on your goal kicks, but then go more into a zonal. So, but we also knew that's a trend in football a little bit to, on goal kicks, go man for man against teams that are good at or try to play through, right? So a little bit, yes and no, but I think the course of time is going to see more clearly the trends that are going to emerge against us.
Has there been an emphasis in getting off to a fast start this year, especially with the way the schedule condenses in the second half when you guys come back from the
Yeah, I think
break?
when on day one of both preseasons, we tell the guys, first and foremost, we're here to win. How we win and who we win with matters. I think right away we set the tone that fast starts are always something that we want, because we want to be a club that plays the game with initiative, but we also want to take the season on with initiative.
Yeah, appreciate it. Thank you.
Thank you.
We'll go with Alejandro.
Hi, Mikey. Congrats on the win. What can you tell us about the back line, specifically the fullbacks, Kieran Sargent getting his second MLS start, having a great game, and then Luca Bombino just being able to adjust to the right side of the field so easily?
Yeah, I think it's, again, a great example of the squad getting bigger. Kieran now, you can see that he's playing at a very, very good level, considering these are his first two games at the MLS level. Bombino showing that he's got that versatility to play on the right side and still get into really interesting attacking positions. Of course, this is a circumstance because we don't have a right fullback that's fully fit yet and in rhythm. But again, that competition is going to be good for us, because now we're going to have all our right-footed fullbacks coming back at some point and wanting to push the limits for them as well. And then the back line, I should have mentioned this right off the bat, but when you have a clean sheet, you always have a chance of winning the game, and it's so important. Just this fireman mentality that we're demonstrating. I think this clearance from Kieran off the line is absolutely unbelievable. Manu helping us defend into the depth. And then there's a couple plays in transition that Chris makes that I think are just of the highest level that there is. So that mentality. And then what I would say is what's really important, though, is it's not just on the back line of the goalkeeper, right? You can see the whole team believes in getting back and helping each other out. And that going shoulder to shoulder with each other into the tough moments is what it's all about.
Spanish questions next. Amor.
Buenas noches, profe. Dos cosas. Primero, si nos puede valorar un poquito lo que es esta segunda victoria, qué significa para lo que está dejando el equipo de constancia en mantenerse en un buen momento y tener 3 partidos en los próximos 15 días. Yo sé que siempre va juego a juego, pero cuando hay un espacio tan corto, obviamente se ocupa más en dosificar o en tener el equipo listo para eso, ¿no?
Sí, hemos dicho que el año pasado hemos formado un base muy importante para el club, pero ese base todavía es muy nuevo. Entonces hay que seguir puliendo, hay que seguir trabajando, y los chicos están mostrando que tienen esa mentalidad de ser incansables. Y yo creo por eso hemos arrancado bien para empezar esta temporada, y yo creo que es muy importante porque manda mensaje, ojalá, a todo de San Diego, todo Tijuana, que estamos acá de verdad, estamos acá para trabajar de verdad, desde ahora hasta el fin. Y así vamos a desarrollar un proyecto especial. Y yo he dicho que este club va a ser un gigante, sí o sí. Ojalá estoy acá. Pero este club va a ser un gigante y nosotros estamos tratando de formar ese base para que sea eso. Y yo diría que, obviamente, muchos partidos en pocos días. Lo más importante es saber que tenemos un plantel grande, una plantilla grande con muchos jugadores que podemos usar, porque no podemos arrancar con los mismos 14 por tanto partido seguido. Entonces vamos a tener que mostrar que tenemos esa posibilidad de jugar con otros jugadores también.
¿Alguna otra pregunta en español?
Hola, ¿qué tal? Buenas noches. Said Rodríguez de Posta Deportes. Me llamó poderosamente la atención hoy en sus defensas muy jóvenes. ¿Cómo ha sido trabajar también con ellos, considerando que son 2 partidos de inicio que no han permitido gol y que estamos hablando de defensas muy jóvenes? Nosotros que estamos en México la mayor parte del tiempo no estamos tan acostumbrados a esa confianza en los juveniles. Y también en una segunda pregunta, ¿hay algún torneo, o sea, la CONCACAF Champions League es un torneo que quieren ganar, que podrían priorizar sobre este inicio de temporada en la MLS? Muchas gracias.
No, no vamos a priorizar ninguna porque hay que competir en los dos, porque estamos acá para ganar. Entonces eso significa que vamos a tener que tener una plantilla grande y amplio para competir en los dos, porque cuando hacemos rotaciones, igualmente tenemos que salir a jugar nuestro fútbol y ganar los partidos. Y sobre los juveniles, es dentro de nuestro ADN. Nosotros creemos en los jóvenes que tienen carácter, que tienen talento y que están motivados. Y es nuestra filosofía que estos jóvenes siempre te van a sorprender cuando le das la oportunidad. Pero esa oportunidad tiene que venir con mucha confianza, que estás ahí para que ellos pueden rendir. No tirarlo a la pileta solo para ver si nadan o no. No, pero tener un entorno que les ayuda en creer en ellos mismos, pero estar muy claro en qué estamos pidiendo al nivel de fútbol, para que puedan salir y jugar con mucha intensidad y mostrar su calidad. Y eso forma parte de nuestro ADN.
Última pregunta, acá adelante.
Felicidades por la victoria. Buenas noches. En ambos partidos han ido primero en el marcador y he escuchado decir que se trabaja mejor ganando. ¿Sientes que ha sido así? ¿O cuando el equipo contrario se empieza a echar para atrás, se pone un poco más complejo el partido?
Yo creo que son situaciones diferentes, pero es difícil analizar esa pregunta porque nosotros pensamos en marcar el gol. Si tenemos 3, queremos 4. Si tenemos 4, queremos 5. Y si tenemos 0, queremos el primero. Y tenemos esa misma mentalidad cuando vamos ganando y cuando vamos perdiendo. Entonces, si estamos ganando 3-0, queremos el 4-0. Pero si vamos perdiendo 0-3, vamos a querer el 1-3. Porque nosotros tenemos este pensamiento que podemos dar vuelta al partido. Pero lo que sí puedo decir es que sí, usualmente en casa, si marcas el primer gol, el rival tiene que salir un poquito más. Y si ellos marcan el primer gol, obviamente se van a tirar para atrás. Pero nuestra mentalidad sigue lo mismo siempre.
¿Y este equipo, cuántos partidos más crees que pueda seguir ganando consecutivamente? ¿Qué tan difícil es?
No, lo más importante es cuántos días podemos llegar al complejo con la misma mentalidad para preparar a full. Desde el momento que salimos del auto hasta que volvemos a nuestro auto para ir a casa a dormir con nuestras familias, ¿cómo podemos llegar todos los días y dar todo para preparar un partido donde tenemos las posibilidades de ganar? Y yo creo que esa es la pregunta más importante para nosotros. Si podemos mostrar esa mentalidad incansable de verdad, día tras día, semana tras semana, mes tras mes, con 2 torneos. Y yo creo que tenemos los hombres en este vestuario para hacerlo.
Congratulations, honors on your goal tonight and the way that the team was able to get victory. Can you go ahead and walk us through both of those goals? You were integral in both of them. And could you walk me through the second one and what moment you decided to go ahead and lay off that ball instead of taking the shot when you saw Marcus?
Yeah, first of all, I think good first goal. We started very, very good. I had a chance after 6 or 7 minutes as well to make it 2-0. But I saw Marcus gets the ball and I called for the ball and he played it and I, without thinking, just hit it and it went in. Good start, and then of course the second goal. I heard Marcus saying play it and I played it and he was free, and good finish from him, and 2-2, and that's nice.
Marcus had mentioned in training that it feels like he's almost just not even having to communicate. You guys just know where to be. Is that how it feels like to have him back on the squad, and how integral is he to the overall team?
Yeah, exactly. And I think especially also in the beginning when I arrived, of course, speaking Danish, he taught me how to press and all that kind of things. And it's a little bit easier to understand when it's in Danish and not in English all the time. So he was a key factor also when he was out a lot last season. I think he in meetings, in attackers meetings, and all that stuff. He was available, and you could ask him. He played this system before, and he know like what to do. So yeah, it's nice, and like he said, I think it's. It feels like normal. It feels like he haven't been away. So yeah, I'm happy for him.
Go ahead.
How's the locker room feeling right now with the back-to-back wins in the MLS and also advancing in the CONCACAF Champions League with the upcoming game against Toluca?
No, it's good, but we also know that we cannot be too satisfied with what we're doing so far. It's a long season. We only played 2 games now in the MLS, and yeah, we have 6 points and 2 clean sheets and 2 wins. But we are humble and we stay focused on what we can do to win games. So now we have 6 days and then we play again. But it's nice. We play a lot of games, and with the CONCACAF, we also know against Toluca it's going to be tough. It's a good team, but we're looking forward to it.
We'll go back there with Chase.
Anders, with your goal in the first half, you become the second fastest in MLS history to 20 goals and 20 assists. You're only behind Messi in that regard. What have you done, not just this year, but last year, to be able to produce at this level?
I think it all starts, of course, with my teammates. They know where to find me in the pocket or in behind. And then I'm also lucky that they kick it into the goal when they get the chance and I play them. But yeah, of course it's nice. I'm happy with that. But yeah, it's early, and I know last season was very, very good. So this second year is gonna be even harder. Teams will start focusing maybe more on how we play and all that kind of stuff. So we know this second year at practice every day we have to be 100% ready. Otherwise we will lose games in this league, because I think if you're not there 100%, you lose points.
You talked in preseason training about the young guys being able to push the older guys. Cisnega's available, but Duran gets a start. What does that kind of set for the tone for the rest of the squad, that it is true competition across the board?
I think that's nice. That's how it should be in football. That's how I learned it as well. It doesn't matter how old you are or how young you are. It's about what you do every day at practice and what the staff and of course the coach Mikey he thinks. So yeah, it's how it is. It's a tough competition like life. You have to be ready every day. Otherwise, there are young kids that are ready to take your spot.
Anders, 2-0 at home. Now you get to take your first road trip. Last year, this team was really, really good on the road. How do you replicate that start going to Kansas City now?
Hopefully, we can continue what we did last year away from home. It's nice that we are making it tough for the opponent to come here and get points. But we know how important it is to get the points away from home as well. And now we Saturday we play in Kansas, and it's gonna be. I remember it from last year, was a tough game and a game that could go both directions. But yeah, we are ready, and now we have to go back home and relax a little bit, and then we're ready for Saturday.
Any other questions? We'll go right here.
Hello. Congratulations on this back-to-back wins. How hard does the team have to train to get those results? And on your first goal, on your goal today, how difficult it is to aim it like that. And before you touched the ball, you thought this one is going in.
Yeah, first of all, it's about hard work and in practice every day, and I think I know it's cliche just to say that it's how you do in training that matters, but it really is. And of course, with the goal, I saw Marcus get the ball and he passed it, and I had a good feeling about it when I saw it arrive to me and hit it with the inside of the foot. So yeah, it was a nice feeling to get the first one, of course. But yeah, like I said last year as well, it's more important for me that we win the games.
We'll go with Kayla.
Hold 4 of the 5 fastest goals scored in club history, with tonight being your fastest scored. What is the importance for that, being able to get a goal on the score sheet early out of the gate?
No, it's important, and I think that's something we talked a lot about, to start quick and fast. especially at home, it's important that you, with the fans in behind you, like us, that we are ready from the first second. And yeah, like I said, if I was a little bit more sharp, could have been 2-0 after 6 or 7 minutes. So that's a nice start of a game to start quick and strong and get a goal. Of course, that's the main target. It's not always like that, but that's what we are practicing a lot. That we, from first whistle, we are 100% ready.
Congratulations on your goal tonight, Marcus. Can you walk us through both goals? One where you had the assist and you kind of control it and you see the run by Dreyer on the back. Did you mean to go ahead and have that assist immediately? And then can you walk me through that second goal where Honor said that he called for it and it's easier to communicate now that you have somebody who speaks Danish in the center forward position too?
Yeah, great game and some good goals. I think the first one was, I felt I had a lot of space in between the central defenders and Oni is driving the ball and like keeping it until last moment, getting that pass in. My thoughts first was to go on goal, touch a little bit behind, and then I get Anders there on the side. So great connection again. Also on the second goal, he managed to work his way through the side, and I'm turning around on his right side. And again, this look away pass that kills the defensive line. So great to building on that relationship. Great to be out on that field again, and yeah, it's just great to play those games.
And now in the second season, now you're able to contribute a little bit more for the club. How does it feel for you personally to be able to get out there and not just contribute with the goals, but also off the ball as well?
Yeah, amazing. It was a tough last season. We were, as a team, doing so well, but personally coming in and out of the team, being out for way too long. And then now this preseason, had a good talk with the club, and we have been building my fitness up and doing it in the right tempo. So still running a little bit behind, but I feel my rhythm gets better and better. Felt much sharper and dynamic today. So it's starting to look pretty good.
Go ahead, Dimitri.
Congratulations on your win. So a goal in each game. Now you're the leading scorer, a dream comeback for you. Can you just walk us through really quick about how you're feeling physically and mentally?
Yeah, as I said, I think my physical feeling is getting better and better. In the preseason, I've been managed a little bit in the load and how we have been building it up. So now I'm starting to feel I got close to 80 minutes today, feeling fresh in those 80 minutes, being able to move and play as I'm used to. So that's amazing. And mentally, just trying to put last season behind me. It was tough, but also like some learning points that I think that we have been taking good care of, both as a team and me personally.
Go ahead.
Hi, Marcus. Congratulations on the win. So you were talking about the relationship with Anders Dreyer. It is not as common that we get to see a goal and assist from two different players on the same match. How important it is to build that chemistry with a player like Anders on a team like San Diego FC?
Yeah, it's very important. It's very nice. I think like it's easy for us to communicate like small details throughout the game without opponents knowing what we're saying also. So just that little part that we can connect very often, and it's small details that he's dropping, I'm going the opposite around, shouting to each other. Like you can still hear each other, and that connection is starting to get stronger and stronger, and we can look for each other and also think like the way we think the game is pretty similar.
Go ahead.
Hi, congratulations on your goal and the assist as well. I remember you were saying in training that you're working really hard to be completely fit. How close do you feel you are to being 100% fit?
I feel good today, but again, it's only 80 minutes, and I think the other games I've been playing 60 and 65, so there's still some fitness, being able to still make the runs later in the game and being more explosive later in the game. So on the physical part, there's still a little bit, But again, I felt much more dynamic today. Better movements, better touch, quicker movement. So compared to last week, I think there's a good improvement.
We have one question on the right. Alonso?
Marcus, just talk about Anders Dreyer for a moment. He's scored 20 goals and 20 assists in his MLS career. You being at the forefront and being able to see that, first person, what are your thoughts on him as a player and then also just being able to share the field with him?
He's, of course, an amazing player, and he's very clever. I think he takes the game very easy. He's calm around himself. He's calm on the field. He's able to find the right spaces. And then I think he's also developed his explosiveness and being able to make those actions throughout the whole game. So I think he's amazing to play with, and that cleverness when you get that connection and understand each other's runs and way of playing. It's a very interesting front that we will be able to build up there.